Hey guys, this is Coach Ekong, and it's my weekly blog, New Vision for Your Nutrition, my unfiltered perspective, tips and advice on health. Today's topic is being overweight is hard. Let's look at some statistics. Okay, these are coming from the National Institution of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases. It says more than 2 in 3 adults are considered to be overweight or obese. More than 1 in 3 adults are considered to be obese. More than 1 in 20 adults are considered to have extreme obesity. And about 1/3 of children and adolescents ages 6 to 19 are considered to be overweight or obese. Lastly, more than 1 in 6 children and adolescents ages 6 to 19 are considered to be obese. And if it happens to be a backwards to forwards motion to get up, or what I call the rock, it's probably an indicator that there's uh, probably a little bit of an issue with where your weight stands. And what does that look like? So let's say you're on the couch and you're watching TV and you're chilling and you need to get up. If you can stand straight up, walk to the fridge, you're fine, right? But if for any reason you kind of have to do this thing where you roll back and then you get that momentum going and you have to get up that way, that's a good indicator that probably there's an area, maybe leg strength, maybe just areas of your core that needs to be helped out. Primarily what happens is the joints and joint issues normally they cease or they get lessened. So you lessen the issues in relation to joints based on, of course, the weight of your body holding up the pressure that fat and muscle combined give the joints. So when you relieve that, not only do things function better, but your joints take a big they take the big benefit in that they don't have to do as much work, or rather more work structurally than your height and weight should allow it to. And of course, energy is one thing that um, losing weight definitely helps with. So being overweight is hard, and the topic today is not to kind of beat a dead horse, but it's kind of just to kind of show some contrast of the word hard. Being overweight is hard, but being in shape is hard as well, and I want to look at that as well because you know most people will consider me fairly in shape. I mean I'm decent. I try to live the same lifestyle that I teach my clients, and doing your best to make the right choices when it comes to food, portion sizes, this, that, and the third. But just like if you went out and you went to a car lot and you bought a brand new Porsche, right? Likely the Porsche is going to be, something that you don't have to necessarily take to the shop very often, you know. But part of the reason that you don't have to do that is that the model of the car, the way that it's been designed, it's been kept, very well. I mean, the engine, or you could say the heart, is is running at a high level, or is at a very quality level, and so you don't really run into a lot of the issues that you may run into when you're dealing with like a car, maybe that's much older. One of the similarities between the two, whether it be a 1965 car or 2017 or 2020 for that reason, is the maintenance, right? Because although the car in itself does not need the same amount of maintenance, maintenance is still um, something that is required to help the car function. I still have to do a lot of the same things that I would ask my clients to do, which is I still got to eat right, right? I still have to exercise. I still have to get up and push myself to do things in line with what my health structure is aligned with, right? So um, taking feelings out of it is part of the struggle of being healthy, because being healthy is hard as well. Being healthy requires you to have to day to day maintain that body that you've built up by doing a lot of the same things, right? It's not an end goal to be healthy and like you're top of the mountain. Like now you've reached an upper echelon to what you're doing, but you have to now keep climbing in the same direction. Uh, Taking feelings out of it is a big part of it. When you take your feelings out of the process, it really allows for the functionality to be at its purest level. If you're someone who has your Mondays set for let's say school. If school is your Mondays, then you know that on that Monday, even leading up to the Monday, you're already, your mindset is knowing that you paid for this class, you gotta go. And it's just one of those things that outside of what you're actually doing, it's in your routine. So it's something that's going to be helpful because your routine allows you to say, okay, it's Monday. This is part of the Monday. Okay, get away from weight. Okay, and what I mean by that is get away from the idea of losing pounds. Get away from it, but just transition, move laterally just to a better idea. I'm not saying that it's not important. Move laterally to the idea of how do I feel, right? How do I feel? Because when we look at health, being healthy is much more important than, to me, the idea of actually actually losing the weight. How do I look in the mirror? How do I feel in the mirror? Because I'll be honest with you, I have client after client who they look, as far as weight wise, they look the same on the scale, or kind of closer, maybe a pound or two difference, but I can clearly see physical changes, whether that be muscle gain, whether that be just a tightness of just how the frame looks, whether that be just look the face structure a little bit more cleaner, more, I don't want to say chiseled, but you a little bit more structure in the face, where you can see like the neckline and the collarbone area. The mirror is going to be the best place to see those changes, and not necessarily the scale. And it's unfortunate, but our body just not like, our bodies are very intricate, you know pieces of work, and so we can't really just expect it to always be cookie cutter. So it's literally like a puzzle. I've seen people the same height, same weight, and the body structure just doesn't allow one person to look the same as another, and there's nothing genetically you can do about that. And so again, that's where you just have to start getting into the position of my conclusion, which is focus on being the best you in your frame. Now, that's probably something that most people can't do in the era of Instagram, because we identify ourselves with people that we admire. And therefore, if they have a particular body structure, we feel that our body structure should be exactly the same as theirs. And so it's going to be something that we don't necessarily have a view outside of. The best you possible is one of the most important things when it comes to weight loss, because your journey is different than anybody else's. One particular issue that being overweight or being out of shape has caused that you wish that you could create change from, put it down there in the comments. Let me read it. Let me see it. I would love to try to be of help in any way possible with that. But as always, this is Coach Ekong. Like, subscribe, follow me on all my social media sites at Coach Ekong or at The Life Changer. But again, as always, this is Coach Ekong signing out. Thank you, guys.